Hello there, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Semi-Pro Talks as part of Semi-Pro Magazine. As per usual, we are joined in the studio. Well, we've actually moved.
We are
in a new studio.
And can I just say, it's about 50 million times better.
For sure.
We're evolving.
We are. Let's look at this. Charles Darwin will be proud we have evolved.
To my left, Zach Wright, as per opposite me on the decks. He's got a little light up machine over there. He's been messing with everybody's audio. Down the man Platt. And Josh Brewer.
Evening.
Let's get straight into it. First segment. Out of the hat. So each week we pick out a topic out of the hat that we're going to discuss. This week, are non-league fans praised or patronised?
We was reading an article about this, weren't we?
Yeah.
By The Guardian. It was like 10 years ago. Basically what it said is that when teams of fans of higher league clubs, you know when they say, oh yeah, fair play to this sort of respect, are they actually saying that because they care, or they're just, because a lot of the time it can appear to be patronising?
Yeah,
I think they're just being snobs, to be honest. That's my opinion. Like, the example you just gave there, if somebody said to my non-league team,
fair play.
Like, it's just
to like fans.
That's a good club you got there. Yeah.
1,000 fans show up, which is like big in it for non-league. It is quite like, you've done well, and then they'll turn around. Some fans will be like, oh yeah, 1,000, yeah. Respect to them fans. I mean, yeah.
I just don't know why they even feel the need to talk about it. Like, just focus on your own.
You have to think though, every single football club started out back in their day as like this small local community run organisation, and as soon as like it takes a bit of popularity to get one of their teams, they're just expected to go, oh, look at those clubs down there. No, I know. It's just a bit like, relax.
Are they praised? I think
well, they are praised.
It's almost like a backhand compliment.
It's almost like just like patting someone on the head, saying, "Yeah, you just stay down there, but well done."
It's almost like well done for being a nutter. From their perspective.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Like, how do you watch that football? Fair play to you for doing that.
I'll add to that as because the Premier League being so big worldwide, people look to the Premier League as like this glorified football league where, you know, fans from all over the world can get involved, and I don't think they really appreciate where it comes from, as in like the lower grassroots level. Because and then if you say, oh yeah, I support, for example, in my case, I support Royston Town, everybody will be like, who's Royston Town? Like, yeah, I don't care about Royston Town because I'm not seeing them in the main limelight. But if you go support Liverpool, if I support City, if I support Man United, football, straight onto it. Like, do you know what I mean? Definitely like internationally recognised.
To be fair, I prefer that non-league's not internationally recognised anyway.
For sure.
In some cases, though, like we had a conversation in a previous podcast about Corinthians.
Yeah,
they're internationally recognised.
As a whole, I genuinely don't prefer that watching football that isn't internationally recognised. Well, I do not.
See, this is why I think a lot of fans think the Championship's the best league in the world.
Yeah,
Championship is good. Would you rather be in the Prem or Championship?
As a Forest fan,
genuinely,
personal experience, probably has been the Championship. Have been better times to support the club. The decisions that have been made after getting that success. It's obviously like the first thing is to try and grow even further.
Yeah,
but then you got
to
certain parts of the soul again.
But I think moving on from that, like in sort of similar way, we were talking about, a lot of people have like a non-league second team or a second team in general. What's everyone's opinion on that?
See, I'm going to stop you straight away.
Oh, hello.
And if anyone here actually says they've got a second team, all right, because I'm a Sheffield Wednesday fan, and I respect Sheffield FC, Hallam FC, Worksop, right? It's embarrassing to have a second team. You support one team and one team only.
That's so aimed at me.
You support one team.
Why are you aiming
and one team only. That for me anyway. I'm
going to disagree with you because I think that people should be able to support a Premier League team.
See, this is because...
Why do you care? Why do you care?
See, if I support Liverpool, Cambridge United and Royston...
why do you care? Who is a team? It's who you're most passionate... You can respect to a team. Joe Doncaster, South Yorkshire, I'm a Wednesday fan. Doncaster, I'm thinking, I'd like it if Doncaster got promoted to League One again. Be alright.
So you're supporting them then?
No, I'm not supporting Doncaster. In that moment, I just think it'd be nice to see him get promoted. I'd like to see City win the league because I don't like Arsenal or Liverpool, right? But I don't support City.
No, neither do I. But why can't I support Rangers if I want to?
The thing is with him,
well, they're in Scotland anyway. They don't count.
Notts County are never going to play Rangers, so you kind of got away with that. With your thing, if Cambridge just all of a sudden turned sick, got to the Prem, and they're playing Liverpool.
What if they played him in the Cup though? FA Cup.
Then it's
Cambridge. It's Cambridge.
So you support Cambridge.
You support Cambridge over Liverpool in the FA Cup.
You support Cambridge over Liverpool.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
Are you a Cambridge fan?
or are you a Liverpool fan?
Actually, this is I see what I'm dealing with.
No, this is a good point because you've said all along I'm a Liverpool fan.
That's why
I'm a Liverpool. I'm a Liverpool. I'm a Liverpool.
Yeah, but you're not.
But hear me out. If my local does well, I have to back them.
So why don't you just back your local in the first?
That's any Luton fan ever.
Hear me out. Inclusivity for the name of the game, yeah? If we want people to enjoy football, they should be able to support whichever team they want to, whether that's
I don't disagree.
a team at the top,
don't disagree.
at a team at the top or a team further down below.
I don't disagree. However, James Hamilton has just said, right, and I quote, if my local are doing well, I will back them. However, if they are not doing well, I will not.
No.
That's what he's just said.
Exactly. And I'm looking where
you wonder why he's a Liverpool. You wonder why he's a Liverpool fan.
We all heard it. You can't hide from it. That's what you said.
That's what he said.
Sorry, Zach. What do you?
I'm not going to say anything.
You need to go and sit in the corner.
Maybe Cambridge will get Prem. And then what's going to happen?
Then he can just change teams again.
You can just change. See, that's the thing. I don't get how people can change teams.
Very just likes to struggle.
Can I get a 2-team exemption if they're in different countries and never going to play each other?
No.
Yeah, but at least I go to Ibrox quite often.
And he does.
2 teams. See, I cannot back it. At all.
But it's quite a big thing though in non-league, isn't it? Like people who are supporting.
I'm going to agree with Zach.
Support another side.
Yeah,
I think it's more common than not to support more than one team.
But even in that article that we looked at,
I agree.
So it was a lad, and he was saying, I can't remember what team he supported, but he only had one team, and it was the non-league team. It was a semi-professional team, and he said about past experience speaking to mascots, who he'd ask, so who's your favourite player? And it'd be like someone from that team. But then he'd go, but I'm also a Man City fan, or something like that. Do you know what I mean? And even he's ranting about it on the article. He's like, and you just like, grow up, mate.
How old is he? About 10?
Yeah, I don't know.
Can't grow up.
But I was just thinking, like he can do it. He's doing it, and like I just shared the same opinion of him. As soon as I read it, I was thinking, I agree. Because, right, as well, if you had one team, say if everyone had their local team, then non-league teams would be massive as well.
But we've got people from Cambridge who support Liverpool, so we can't have that.
Cambridge aren't
right,
league team anyway.
Semi-pro listeners, okay, semi-pro talks listeners, we're going to give you a vote, right? Do you think it's more likely that people are likely to have 2 or more football teams that they support? Is it right, yes or no? And secondly, should they be allowed to support the 2 independently? My personal opinion is give people the freedom to support who they want to, when they want to, for the love of the game, for the good of the game. I'm an embarrassment, I get it. Cambridge United, when they're playing badly, I'm not going to lie, I don't bat an eyelid. But if, say, they did well in the FA Cup, yeah, sure, I'm from Cambridge, I'm going to back the boys in yellow.
And then you'd get rid of Liverpool.
I think lots of people do this. I can't be the only one who does it. The big news that's happened in the past week.
Yeah.
The playoff.
Oh my God.
Can I just give a massive shout out to Josh Brewer and Alex Keir on the socials?
Oh, yeah.
Big performance on the weekend.
Oh,
sorry, is that right? Sorry.
Not just him.
We
need to get you like some sort of therapy.
Is that right as well?
Yeah.
So, big performance on the weekend from the boys on the socials. There were that many playoff games going on. I couldn't even count how many playoff games was going on. There were some massive scores as well. It was getting 4-3s, 3-3s, penalty shootouts.
I need to lie down after it. And like that game, and I go back to it every single time, but like that Braintree Worthing game, that shows that we need more big non-league games on TV. Because I was going on like not even the same pro Twitter, but my personal Twitter, and like everyone would talk, like even just like people that aren't fans of like non-league, or even like fans of people that support Scottish teams, was tweeting about this Worthing Braintree game, and it was literally the maddest game. It was one of the maddest games I've ever seen, to be fair.
The outreach that game, having been on telly, goes to the non-league.
So big.
Unbelievable scenes.
Yeah.
And that meant that Braintree got promoted to the National League.
Yeah.
The National League. So what a big performance for them.
Mate.
And, and they just... It was such a topsy-turvy sort of game. It's like Braintree go ahead and then Worthing go ahead, and then you never know. Goes to extra time. And it was like 3-3 extra time. And I'm like, I need like 10 minutes. I need this extra time, like break in between. And I need it to be like 10 minutes because I just can't keep up. But it would just, you know what? Like playoffs though, I think are amazing if you're not in them.
Oh, they're brilliant.
Yeah,
they're brilliant.
Yeah,
they're so good. I mean, they're even more amazing if you have like the biggest playoff win.
Yeah.
All the time, being 4-0 down after one leg.
Anyway.
Winning 5-1 and then winning at Wembley,
Does anyone care?
Well, anyway, do you know how long Worthing have not been in the National League, not made it to National League level? So they was in the playoff final.
How many years?
They've been waiting to get into National League
for
15 years.
12 years.
I'm going to go higher. 20.
20? Well, you were the closest by 118. 138 years they've been waiting because of the substitute Reggie Lamb, who came on and scored the winner.
Former Stag, former Mansfield, Reggie Lamb, wasn't he?
What that name?
Absolute Mansfield legend.
Unbelievable.
But that is, and again, like you get a home playoff final, 130 odd years in the making, and you're like, this is our time. And you've got like the best striker in like the whole non-league, and you've got to win.
And you go and flop it.
They did bottle it, to be fair.
Unfortunate. They were ahead twice in the game.
They were ahead twice, and they were at home. And great game. Sorry, Worthing fans, but it was a great game. But you did bottle it, unfortunately.
Yeah. People standing on the sheds.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Everyone's like, that's proper. That's a proper non-league game.
Well, before you were laughing at another team, didn't you, that didn't get promoted?
Oh,
you were
yeah,
laughing at that team.
I have to say, because I am from about 20 minutes drive from the stadium.
Wait, where are you from? Chester?
Cheshire.
Cheshire?
Yeah. Macclesfield's in Cheshire as well.
Wait, you support...
Not, but my dad's from Nottingham, so that's right. And
he was trying. He was trying it.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Macclesfield fans. I know there's not many of you, but I'm sorry to the few of them that you are. Getting beat 2-1, beat 2-1 by Marine whilst you are at home is hilarious.
He does not speak on our behalf.
Yeah, with the amount of the Macclesfield go on about how many fans they've got, because apparently that wins you promotions. With all the money that you've spent, with all the money that you've spent, Macclesfield fans, to get beat on your home turf by Marine, that has got to be a sore one. I did laugh. Thank you, because you really improved my mood on Sunday. So.
You're also very happy that another...
Oh yeah, this was funny as well, because...
Brewer hates a lot of teams.
Yeah, he's
had a caught on.
I'm a very angry man. I'm very sorry. Barry, you are hilarious. Going on.
Everything catching
going on
today.
You know what? I don't really care for Barry that much. I did see, I think it was like a day before the game, moaning about how many tickets you are going to get for the playoff final that you aren't at home for. It is nothing to do with you. And by the way, here's an idea. If you want more tickets for the playoff final, do better in the league. Finish above Withenshaw and you get a home playoff final. And then you wouldn't have to cry about how many tickets you get, and you got beat anyway. The best bit was seeing a video of, I don't know why anyone would do this. People, Bury fans, were sat in their home stadium watching it on a big screen. First of all, get a life. And second of all, it was buffering for a lot of it, which was hilarious. That was honestly brilliant. And all of that crying on social media about tickets, you got beat. Enjoy the same week next season.
Can I be devil's advocate?
Yeah.
We should be glad that they're watching it.
What?
And now they're never going to watch again.
Well, at least they're watching it.
Yeah, that's fair enough, but just watch it somewhere. Why are you watching it in the stadium?
I do agree.
Yeah, I do agree. I think Wednesday.
we all agree.
But was it actually televised?
Yeah, they streamed it. They were streaming it, but they could have streamed it at home.
Yeah. Because
or down the pub. Yeah. Let's get to
the amount of fans that were there for the Marine versus Macclesfield game, over 5,000.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's very good.
Yeah, fair play. Well done,
Macclesfield. Congratulations to Marine.
And Marine, yeah.
Marine were the team that went. They did
my mate,
pretty decent in the FA Cup.
Yeah, the lad that I played football with, and a friend of mine, Nathan Woodford, played for Marine for his first 6 months of the season. He's at Chester now. But I was talking to him, and he's really happy, and they're in the same league as Chester next year, so that'll be good. If I just name drop that one, Nathan.
I actually thought it was going to be like, oh yeah, I could have played for Marine. But
look at the state of me. Do you think I could have played? No, I'm awful. But just thought I'd name drop.
Anyway, on to the next one. Ollie Pearce.
I knew he was good, but I think Zach will put the stats out, like 46 goals in all competition. Wow. He's out of contract anyway at Worthing. Does he stay? Does he go to the National League? Or will he get a move to a EFL club?
He's got to go EFL.
Will he get an offer? Southend. Southend.
If he gets an offer, he has to take it, obviously.
Yeah. But will he get an offer?
Surely. 46 goals in how many games?
Do you think like a bigger conference, like National League team, could come in for him first? I'd like to see how he does there first.
Yeah, I agree. But the problem is that how many big National League teams left?
But teams that have just missed out promotion, like Barnet and stuff like that.
But Barnet aren't a big club.
Premier League.
We'll name a big club.
Oldham in National League are a big club.
You don't want to go to Chelsea now. They got promoted. So if they stayed down, then
the only National League clubs if I were him that I'd go to would probably be Oldham and Southend. And Hartlepool to a certain extent.
He's just got to go EFL.
Yeah, the team's going down.
He flops it and then ends up back in.
And he can come back down. Take him at Notts.
Yeah, well,
Langstaff replaced.
Well, to be fair, when Langstaff leaves in the summer, I wouldn't even be against it. To be fair,
really?
Oh yeah, I would not be against. I would not be against Ollie Pearce replacing Macaulay Langstaff.
It's a backwards step.
I'm with Blacks. It's a backwards step.
You're not going to get anyone better. You're not going to get an upgrade on Macaulay Langstaff in League Two. I would fully take Ollie Pearce at Notts. Goal scorer.
Not happening, boys.
Why? Why are you such a hater?
Shall we get back on track? Have you spoken about Salisbury?
Yeah, and this is great. And I know I've been a bit angry today. I'm in a good mood, I promise. Salisbury 2,
just excited.
Tottenham 2 was a really wild game to be looking at updates for, because Salisbury equalised late on, and then I absolutely love penalty shootouts in playoff games when I'm not involved in them. They are fantastic.
Great to see.
And so amazing for them, because never say die attitude, getting the late equaliser and then having the call to win on pens. They definitely deserve to go up with that one, so that was incredible. But yeah,
what you want to see
when you are involved in them and you win.
They are great. They're best day of your life, aren't they?
When you win. I get your point though, bro. When the fans are, well, not even fans, but when you're watching it on the telly or if you're at the game as a neutral, I feel like penalty shootouts.
Oh, they're amazing.
And
it's like
the tension.
You never want them to end, do they?
No.
And it's silence before you see if they do what it's going.
And I think like now, because like the Notts' playoff final last year against Chelsea went to pens. Now that I know what it feels like, I know what everyone else is they're going through, and knowing that they're going through it and I'm not is just brilliant. And you never want it to end because it's just a fantastic spectacle.
See, I reckon there would have been a lot of county fans on that day that would have been quite sympathetic to Chesterfield, because imagine getting there, you played that well. Even on the day, Chelsea was
Chesterfield were well better.
Yeah, on the day. Obviously, through the season, county should have already been promoted.
Yeah.
And then that happens. There'll be a lot of county fans that are sympathetic towards Chelsea fans not going up.
Well, I thought it was hilarious.
This guy is not one of those guys.
I thought it was hilarious. And
you would have been there on Twitter, getting big into Chelsea fans.
I wasn't, because I was in a ditch somewhere afterwards. But Chesterfield, you can enjoy your non-league National League title, because there was no one actually left. Because Stockport, Notts and Wrexham have already promoted. Your non-league title counts for absolutely nothing. See you next season. Next one, Enfield 3, Chatton 0. Absolutely brilliant, dominant performance from Enfield on Saturday. It was absolutely not in doubt. And we might have a very exciting guest from Enfield in a few weeks, so look out for that one, because it could be very exciting. We got one more. Boston promoted to National League from non-league North after a 2-1 win against Brackley. Very interesting for them. They had to play both their semi-final and final away from home, which leads us on to a small point which I can finally shut up and let you guys speak. Should all playoff finals, regardless of division, be at a neutral venue?
Yes. The semi-finals, that's when it's home and away, depending on league status, especially down in those leagues. But also, the final just has to play in a neutral
It's not
venue.
fair for Boston to play 2 playoff semi-final and final games away from home. It makes their achievement, when you think about it, even
it does
more
make
incredible.
It is.
And it's not fair on that club to have to go away from home on both occasions to do that. So
completely agree.
the balance between the two teams, whoever they're playing in the semi-final and the final, is that they play at a neutral
But
ground.
like that, what you said before with Burnley, should they have just got better?
I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I'm not saying that I disagree with you or agree with you. However, the final league table, the Brackley finished above Boston in a league season. Therefore, should they not be given an advantage? Because they played better, they deserve it because they played better over the course of the season.
I'm going to stick with my original point, is that playing them in a neutral ground eliminates that point, because both teams were on a level playing field, whether they performed well. Yes, I'm with you. Maybe an advantage should be given to, what team did he say with that? Brackley. Maybe some advantage should be given to them. But at the same time, if you have it at a neutral ground, I think they're both on the same playing field.
Yeah, plus Brackley would have played at home in the semi-final as well.
Yeah.
So they've already had that advantage in the semi-final. They had an easier route to the final.
Insane choke by Brackley.
It was an insane choke by them. I would say that I almost want to agree with you both. However, I simply can't agree with you after I've just given Berry all that stuff. So I'm going to disagree with you. Anyone that wants to play at home for a playoff semi-final below the National League, get better in the regular season, and you might find out. And then finally, Leamington 1, Telford 0. Leamington secure immediate return to National League South after they were relegated last year.
Speaking of, is it Leamington?
Leamington? Newly promoted.
I hear, grapevine, we're a big group. Dan has been out and about talking to... you've had an interview this week, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, I have spoken to Leamington's own head of social media, Max Passantina. That's how you pronounce it.
You've done a very good job there.
How have you been recently? How have the last 10 days been since getting promoted?
It's been a bit of a whirl, to be fair. Obviously, promotion, we got to celebrate that night, but really ever since then, it's been non-stop. All of the National League rules have come in. It's been very interesting in terms of the amount of work that we've got to do to get back up to scratch, even though we were only in the National League a year ago. It's been good to spend some decent time. We had a night out the other night with all the players and everything.
Have you enjoyed yourself since getting promoted?
I've managed a couple of nights. So we had the one as soon as we got promoted. We all went for a curry and had a night out in town. Friday night we went out. Nice little trip to everyone's favourite Fizzy Moon in Leamington. Saturday, we're having a fans' night out, so that'll be a nice one to just thank the fans for everything.
That goal that got you promoted as well, from Ewan Williams, to win the playoff final, where does that rank amongst your favourite Leamington goals?
It's definitely up there. I don't know if I'd put it top. I'm trying to think now. We had an extra time winner in the playoff final in 2017 to get us back up to the National North. That was good, that was brilliant, but I think this one tops it just because of really the stature of the game.
Over the time you've been at the club, you've become massively embedded into the culture. So how important has it been for you to have a good relationship with your supporters?
Massive. It's everything to be fair in non-league, because if you're in my role, the supporters are the ones who tell you how you're doing by reacting to the posts and everything. So no, it's massive, not just in non-league, but any club, to really have that grip with your fan base, just to see what they want, because sometimes you might post something and it doesn't go down too well and you're like, I'm definitely not doing that one again. And to have that sort of mutual respect between supporters, people who work at the club, they can message me if they need anything. It's fantastic to have that relationship.
So you yourself, you've managed to run your social media platforms successfully, and in particular on TikTok. I think you've got 81,000 followers on TikTok, something like that. So how did you manage to bring Leamington tens of thousands of followers on there? Like, how on earth does that work?
A totally different approach to the rest of social media. So when we set it up, it was during COVID. So I was like, I may as well do this. I'm bored. I'm sitting at home. I'm not doing anything. So we set up a little TikTok account. And my whole aim of TikTok, I know we've seen some clubs who are just putting interviews and everything on and all 2-3 minute videos. So the approach was light-hearted, take the mick almost. That's done us so well. Obviously, when you see a funny video, you're going to like it, you're going to follow. And if they keep coming, you grow that supporter base. We've been lucky that our old captain, Jack Edwards, likes to down a pint every so often after scoring in his celebration. So that's brought us a few million views.
On an average match day, what does it look like for your role?
Underwhelming. It's not as exciting as most people would think. Most work is done in the week and focus on the media side. So get to the ground about 11 for a 3 o'clock kickoff, set up the media box, make sure our Ethernet cable's plugged in for our commentary and everything. Certain games we have a media working room, so set that up. I'll have bought stuff, I'll have bought food and snacks for it the day before. From then on in, it's catching content, players' arrival, warm up, catching up with some fans, to be fair. So no, a match day is pretty relaxed. Obviously, it's the updates in game, graphics, which I've somehow mastered to do on the terraces. And then after the game, it's post-match presentations. I'll host the awards in the bar, the man of the match and everything. And then by about 6:30, I'm off home, ready to sort through all the photos that our photographers just sent me. I'm ready to start planning for either Tuesday or Saturday's programme or game.
As much as promotion is great, it is a huge commitment to travel a lot further in the Vanarama National League North, innit, compared to last season.
Yeah, 100%. Most games last season were within half an hour, 45 minutes at home. Next season we're heading up to South Shields, Marine. But I do prefer the travel in the north. I've always said it. Last season I was just like, I don't like this. I don't like driving to games. I like to get on my coach, get on my lucky seat and everything. So no, it just really gives you that sense of, oh, we're a bit big time now. We're finally back to being an elite football club. Because I remember in the COVID season we were classed as an elite football club being in the National North. So I'll always take on that. On the first team coach, on the actual bus, he likes to play lots of music, win, lose or draw. And after we got relegated, the boombox was going. So no, there's always a bit of a sing-along, a bit of karaoke. First few games of the season we'll have the inductions and everything. So no, it could be a lot worse. I'm sure there are lots of clubs who sit there in doom and gloom. But our whole really mantra is to just go and have a bit of a party anywhere we go, whatever the score. It's sort of the Leamington thing to do, just we don't expect to win. So as long as we have a decent time together, then there's nothing we can really complain about.
You just mentioned karaoke there, so I have to ask you, have you done a bit on the coach or at all at Leamington, and what would be your go-to as well?
Oh, that's a tough one. I have on the coach. They always tend to try and change the lyrics to fit a player's name in. I do love a good bit of American Pie.
Yeah, a bit of Don McLean, yeah. From next season, what would you like to see from Leamington? Do you think the budget means it's all about survival, or do you think you can push on from here?
Budget means nothing to me at the end of the day. Yes, we'll have a bottom 2, bottom 3 budget in this league. We didn't have the best budget in the league last season. Lots of teams outspending us who fell short of us. Obviously, first goal is to steer clear, get those 50 points, get those 40 points on the board. But from then on in, just push. We won't settle for just surviving. We'll want to push ahead of that. We'll want to finish mid-table at minimum. So no, we've got the experience. I don't think really the money is going to be a barrier to us. Obviously, playing loads of full-time teams, but that's how it goes.
I bet he was in a great mood after.
Absolutely delighted.
Bouncing straight back, which can be hard to do as well.
Yeah, a lot of clubs.
Yeah. That's what I always think about relegated clubs. It's always got to be a struggle because in all divisions. So if you have that losing mentality, which you do as a player when you're getting relegated, if you're losing every single week, how do you then go away, find almost a winning mentality to come back the next season, and all of a sudden
you've got to start fresh.
Yeah.
It's got to be like new season.
Well, I just think if I was a manager, I'd almost just like bring in different players.
Yeah,
thinking it didn't work. These are all losers.
It's always why I always sort of think
nicely put.
When you look at bookmakers odds, usually they have the teams that come down are usually towards the more of the favourites to go back up again. Yeah. But I never quite.
It's not always the case.
But it's not always the case. Like we've seen, with Scunny, getting relegated from League 2 and then getting relegated to the National League North. Forest Green, good point, getting relegated from League 1, now back in the National League.
I mean, Donny almost did it.
Yeah, Donny almost did it. And then you've also got like Oldham didn't go down to the National League North, but however, when they got relegated from League 2 to the National League, they were awful. In some cases, obviously, teams have maybe strengthen and then have a chance of going back up. I always see it as unlikely that teams can bounce straight back up. So, like I said, fair play to Leamington, because there's actually, maybe it doesn't sound a massive achievement. Oh, well, you were there the season before, so you really should have been the favourites. But football, our mentality doesn't really work like that. So it's a really
excellent point.
Really massive. Yeah.
We can agree on that one.
Yeah, well, see, and everyone's happy again.
Yeah.
I'm in such a good mood today.
Before we finish then, thank you for the interview. Massive shout out to Max at Leamington for coming on.
Thank you, Max.
Thank you very much for the interview.
Very interesting.
Well done on promotion.
Lastly, we've got a fan question that's come in, and they have asked us, well, dear Semi-Pro Talks, should clubs provide transport to away games?
Are we talking like free of charge or just...
No, you got paid for it.
Yeah.
Should the clubs get coaches at a non-league level, to get to the away games? Now, I'm gonna start, if you don't mind.
I'm of course.
We know from previous podcast episodes, money is tight. Money is tight at the non-league level. I believe, yes, if you can. It's not a big deal if you can't.
No,
because loyal fans will drive to the away games.
Yep, I agree.
Also, obviously, at that level, it's not mostly split into obviously north and south, so it does make it a bit easier to obviously get around, because most of the teams you'll be playing are, in theory, it doesn't always work like that, but you're going to be probably an hour, maybe 2 hours away.
Definitely. And there has to be, I think you make a very good point. There has to be demand for it. So, like, what is the point of renting out a 70-seater coach if there's going to be 10 people on it? It's literally a license to lose hundreds, maybe thousands of pounds. What is the point? There has to be demand for it. By all means, if there's 50 people interested, then 50 people go into a game compared to not going to a game if they can't get there is a big number. So yeah, by all means.
Yeah, and well, I think what would be a good thing is that you do see these sort of stories is when they get like rewarded. So when a big team brings away following, is that normally that you might see like the home chairman might put like some money behind.
Mark White Dorking.
Good.
We spoke to
get a free pint if you're going to make that travel.
Yeah, the Corinthians owner Brian Adamson. I mean, he said that some of the players there at Corinthians they literally just pay for transport for the players, don't they?
Yeah, right.
So if a player had to get a train up to an away game, they'd pay for the train, they'd pay for the travel, and that's it. That's all the players you get. So you can't really expect a team like that to then put on coaches for fans as well, which I completely get, and it is all about the money side again.
Now, in an idealistic world, of course, we want everyone to be able to get to non-league games and provide coach travel. However, in the real world, it's just not practical unless if they're losing money. Because like we say, money's already tight as it is. We've just got to, has to be demand for it, I'd say.
Do you know what would make them gain more money for that? Do you want to make the income better?
Yes, Alan Sugar.
If fans supported the one local team.
Oh my!
Thanks for that, folks. We've been Semi-Pro Talks. Let us know what you think about that last one. Should clubs provide transport for the away days? We'd love to hear from you what you think. Follow us on our socials.
I'm sorry, Macclesfield and Bury fans. I really love.
Please come back. He's an advocate for all the football.
I'm sorry.
Follow us on our socials: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter.
YouTube.
Twitter's popping at the minute. Get onto our
Semi-Pro official.
We want more fan comments. We want more questions coming in.
Let us know what you think.
Right.
Anyway, that's been all.
Thank you.
See you later.
See you later.